Hi, my name is Mitz. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you could make it. Today we're going to talk about navigating chaos and confusion and staying grounded. It feels like the world can sometimes be like a whirlwind, like you're trying to navigate a storm and everything just goes wrong and nothing seems to work, and it doesn't matter which way you go, nothing is working, okay? And I get that. I do. I do. Seriously. It's overwhelming, and it feels like you're drowning in something that it's all over the place, right? Family drama, work deadlines, emails all marked urgent, your social media, things you see on the news or on social media can be upsetting. And then at the end of the day, just as you're sitting down thinking that, oh, finally I can just have this cup of tea or this cup of coffee and everything is okay, then the family group blows up because, I don't know, someone ran into Aunt Mary's garage and now there's a huge issue, and yeah, and you feel like you have to be in control of everything and you need to keep control. And the thing is, sometimes it feels like the universe is playing dodgeball with us and we forgot our helmets, okay? But here's the thing. The storm doesn't decide how steady we are. We do. We decide how steady we are going to stay in that situation. Okay, so just a brief story. I have had a really rough month where a lot of things happened, and some of them were personal, some of them were family related, some of them had a really profound impact on me. And at one point I just went, what is going on? Like, can you just stop? Can you just back up for a second? Like, let me just breathe. Everything is just spinning out of control. I feel like it's kids, and it's my house, and it's work, and it's this and it's that, and I still need to do that video, and I still need to do this, and I still need to do that, and I still need to make sure that, oh hell, did I feed the dogs? And then I remembered, hold on, wait a second. I can't control the storm. I cannot. But I can control the anchor. Staying grounded isn't about stopping the chaos. It's about choosing where I put my feet. Okay? So, I'm just going to give you some tips and techniques now, okay, for grounding. Okay, so core anchors and techniques that you can try for yourself. Number one is body and breath, the built-in reset. Now, here's something that they call box breathing. Okay, so how this works is you breathe in, and while you're breathing in, you count to 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and while you're doing that, this actually works really well, especially with people that tend to have anxiety or panic attacks. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 scan. So you name 5 things you can see while you're doing the box breathing. Okay, so name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It's like giving your nervous system a cup of decaf coffee. Minus the awkward small talk. Okay, so if you wanna try that now, if you wanna practice it, or save this video and then you can come back to that part if you forget what I just said. Okay, then the second one is focus on the real, not the real. Real as in social media. See what I did there? Okay, so the real, write down 3 things you can actually control today. Just 3. Okay, so you can write down, I can control what I wear, what I'm going to wear. I can control whether I am going to drink water or whether I'm going to have an energy drink. Opt for the water, please. Whether I breathe deeply, and whether I answer that email before midnight. Probably, maybe not. You can control that. You can control that. So write it down. And just a spoiler alert, the stock market and your neighbor's karaoke playlist, yeah, they're not part of the list, unfortunately, because you can't control it. So, sorry. Anyway, okay, and then number 3, rituals and rhythms. Okay, now this is the one that I love the most. Your morning rituals, when you get up, stretch out, have a nice stretch, you know, get those muscles all warmed up and stretched out, get ready for the day. If you are a journaling person, I'm not personally a journaling person, hence I am on here talking to you. This is my way of journaling. But journal, and if you can, or if you want to, you know, light a nice scented candle, or if you have the time and you're one of those types of people, take a nice hot shower and you know, just get your mind ready for the day. Alright, and then evening rituals, or afternoon rituals, it doesn't really matter when you do this, in my opinion. Take a short walk, write a gratitude list. This is something I actually do. I don't physically write it down, but because I'm a person of faith, so it's in my nature to be grateful for the things that I have. And I list all of them. I list them all. The thing is, what you need to do while you're doing these rituals in the morning, in the afternoons, or in the evenings, it doesn't matter when you're going to do it. Yes, I am also very aware that my hair is just all over the place, and you know what, it's fine. It's fine. I can't control it. I'm not a hairdresser. It just does whatever it wants to do. When I wash it and I blow dry it, and then boom, okay, there we go, yay. See, I'm not overwhelmed about this. The one thing that you need to do when you are doing the morning or your evening rituals is turn off your social media, put your phone down, put it on silent for 10 or 15 minutes. Yes, TikTok will survive. Instagram will still be there. It's not going away. Okay? It'll be fine. I promise. It'll be fine. Alright? Then community and connection. Now this is one of the most important steps for me as well. Because if you get to the point where you are so overwhelmed that you feel that none of the other steps are working and you still feel completely out of control and nothing is working out, then call a friend or someone close to you. If you are really close to, say, one of your siblings or your mom or your dad or your cousin or whatever, call someone. Pray with someone. Share a meal. Or go for a cup of coffee. We are wired for connection. Even introverts need at least one person they can send memes to. Okay, so one of my best friends is one of the biggest introverts I've ever met in my life. Our friendship makes no sense at all. Right, so I'm a complete extrovert. She is a complete introvert. I'm a very social person. I can talk to anybody. Her perfect world, I think, exists in her house with her kids, doing a job that needs no human connection whatsoever, and she can only reply through emails and text, and she would be happy. But unfortunately, that's not reality. She is in a work environment where she has to people the whole day, and she gets overwhelmed. So I learned this from a guy I saw once on, I think it was Facebook, when I saw him the first time, and he was telling the story. Very long story short, his friend invited him over for dinner, and then she started telling him that she had a really rough week the week before, and he was like, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you reach out? And she said, no, but I did. And he took out his phone and he said, no, but the text only said, hi, hope you're having a nice day. Now, sometimes reaching out when you are in that kind of state of overwhelm, and the storm is just everywhere, and you like in this little life raft in the middle of the ocean of emotions and life. It's hard to reach out to people, but they implemented it in their friendships, and I did the same thing with my friends. When it gets to that point where you feel you can't do it alone anymore, we go, I need 8 minutes. According to studies, it takes your brain 8 minutes to reset from a negative mindset to a positive mindset when you are talking to someone that is close to you. Whether that's your sister, again, whether it's a friend, whether it's your sister, whether it's your brother, whether it's your cousin, mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother, aunt, uncle, it doesn't really matter. But when you connect with that person and it's only you and that person, and there's 8 minutes, then your brain will reset. It will. And you will feel calmer and you will feel better. Even if that person spends 8 minutes venting with you, give them the time. Okay? Give them the time. Because at that point, none of the other anchors have worked and you are the only anchor they have. Okay, then number 5, micro joy and nature moments. This is one of the things that I do, not necessarily on a daily basis, but I do it as often as I can. I go sit in my backyard with a cup of coffee, and I touch grass, and I just sit there and I take in nature, and I look at the trees, and I notice the birds, and my dogs would be there, and playing around, or just laying there beside me chilling out. Because touching grass and getting fresh air and just being for 10 minutes with nature, it does absolute wonders for your mind, body and soul. It does, really. It's like free therapy. And here's the thing: nobody judges your fashion choices. Okay, I've not heard one bird tell me that I don't like your pants. Never happened, ever. Or my dog's telling me you look fat in that shirt. Doesn't happen. So I'm just saying, if you do live in an apartment building or something that you don't have a backyard to go to a public park. Take off your shoes, touch grass, drink water, breathe in fresh air. It'll do wonders for your mind, body and soul. Okay, now, call to reflection. Pause with me for 10 seconds. Close your eyes if you like. Now breathe. 4 in. Hold. 4 out. What is one small anchor you can hold on to today? Just one. A breath, a walk, a person. Say it out loud or in your heart. You see, you can do this. You just need to understand that it's okay. You are in control of the anchor. You might not be in control of the storm, but you are in control of the anchor. That is the most important thing. Okay, now, chaos will always knock at your door. Confusion will always send you the urgent email. But inside you is a still place that no storm can touch. Protect it, visit it, live from it. If this gave you a moment of calm, share it with someone who might be spinning today, and remember, the world doesn't decide your peace, you do. Rise quietly and shine anyway. Thank you for watching my channel. I hope you breathe. May your coffee be warm. May your day be great. And may your rest be sweet. I will see you again next time. Bye.